See, this is the type of apology that a toxic person or a narcissist will give you. And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So when you're arguing with a narcissist or you catch a narcissist up in something, like you catch them cheating, you catch them in a huge lie or something like that, they will always respond to what you did. Because typically narcissistic people will mirror your emotions and your feelings and your accusations to get the attention off of us and put it back onto you. Because if we can get you to agree that yes, you made mistakes too, you lose. This is not an apology, y'all. This is pretty much saying we both made mistakes. And I'm not going to take accountability for my mistakes until you take accountability for yours. And even if you take accountability for your mistakes, yours is worse than mine, so I'm not taking accountability. What are you going to do? Leave me? Because if you consistently forgive me or reconcile with me after you catch me up, then I'm going to continue to do this stuff. That narcissist or toxic person is going to continue to do that stuff. What did you do? But what about you? Hope this helps. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and validate the victims of survivors of said disorder. This series is dedicated to just making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds. So the video you just watched was about how narcissists typically apologize. Like that right there, the statement said, I know I effed up and I'm sorry, but you weren't innocent either. You were not innocent either. You see how that works right there? That is not an apology by any way, shape, or form right there. That is literally the definition of shifting blame or trying to spread out the blame right there. It's trying to give you a little piece. And like I said in the video right there, if you agree that you both made mistakes, like we both made mistakes, like your mistake might have been leaving the bedroom, like leaving the toilet seat up, or leaving the bedroom light on. Their mistake was cheating and giving you an STD. Which one means more? To that narcissist in this moment, to that narcissistic person or toxic person in this moment, they're both equal. Or yours means more because you left the light on. I couldn't sleep at night, right? It's because you kept leaving the light on. I couldn't get enough sleep, and because I couldn't get enough sleep, I was tired, and then I was frustrated with not getting enough sleep. So it caused me to go out here and find somebody else who would turn the light off at night. And yeah, I just happened to have unprotected sex with him and gave you an STD. So it's kind of your fault if you think about it. I just made it up off the top of my head just now. And some people will literally listen to that statement right there and believe it. I know you're going to be like, Lee, we're not going to, Lee, we wouldn't believe that. Yeah, some people would. Literally, oh my goodness, some people would. I'm telling you straight up. Matter of fact, one of these comments in this comment section right here blew me away. I need to read. I'm gonna find this comment because it just blew my mind right there. I think it's this video right here. Because they shift blame. I'm telling you, they shift blame so much. It is like absolutely insane. And people will tolerate it. People will accept it. Like, that is not an apology. I always tell people when you're dealing with narcissistic people that specific apologies are the only type of apology. And consistent changed behavior is the absolute only apology you should accept. Like, if you're dealing with somebody, you catch them cheating, you catch them in a huge lie, you catch them hiding money, you catch them texting somebody else, you catch them doing all this stuff right here, but somehow they bring up an error that you did to compare and contrast. They're not even trying to really take accountability. They're just trying to skirt it and trying to blame you a little bit. They're trying to put the blame on you a little bit. They're trying to spread it out to lessen the blow. And I'm telling you, if you agree to one of those statements, if you let them hyper-focus on what you did earlier, or what you did 5 years ago or 10 years ago, if you let them focus on that, you're going to lose this argument. You're going to lose this conversation right there. There will be absolutely no accountability. You're going to lose. You're going to be super frustrated, and you're going to be mad as hell. And people are like, Lee, then how do we keep them on topic? How do we keep it on grind? You either need to leave this person, or you won't get no answer, or you need to leave. Either pack yourself up and leave, because typically they'll offer you their option. Why don't you just leave then? You clearly don't want to work with me or listen to me. Why don't you just leave then? Leave them, because they would rather you leave or threaten to get rid of you than to deal with the issue that they created. And I know people are like, okay, what we can't leave? What if we can't leave? then you use this statement right here. Say, we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. We can talk about me later, but right now the issue that I have right now is dealing with you. And if they don't want to hear it, then they probably start yelling and screaming at you. What are you going to do in that situation? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Literally, you have to keep them on point or hold them accountable or leave. This is. I feel like sometimes you realize you have to, it's like, this is your life now. If you choose to stay with this person, when you get your eyes open and woke to narcissistic personality disorder and toxic relationships and all this other stuff, if you choose to stay in this relationship, this is your life. You can either say your piece directly, hey, I didn't like that you did that, that's super extremely disrespectful, and please don't do that again. And then walk away. What else are you gonna do? Like I said, you're gonna take the money away from them, you're gonna withhold affection, I'm asking literally, what can you do in this situation? I wanna put it in the comment section, what would you do in this situation to try to get through this? I'm curious. Because I know some people have somehow dealt with this for 25, 30 years. You've been like second hand. I know you feel like you've been playing second hand in this relationship, like second fiddle. Like you don't have any power in this relationship dynamic because you gave the other person all the power. They have all the power. They have all the control. And I know you hate it. A lot of people hate it. It's like, I can't stand this. I can't stand not having no power, no control. I understand. Trust me. I understand the ability. I understand not having power or control over anything that you do. I really truly understand that, but you have to take your power back. Look, you have to go directly to the source. Don't beat around the bush. Say, hey, I know that you were lying about this. I know that you're lying about this. I really, truly don't appreciate it. And don't say you wouldn't like this if I did it to you. Don't compare and contrast because you giving them the option to compare and contrast. Straight to the point. Let them know. Straight to the point. Let them know, and you gotta keep moving. Because what else are you gonna do? Just letting them know and keeping it moving puts them in a state of confusion. Like might put them in a state of shock. Like, dang, she said that's straight out to me. Dang, wow. And sometimes if you say it straight up and you sit right there and try to wait for an explanation, you're just gonna get yelled at and screamed at. I know how. I know how it goes. I know the dynamic, and it's tiring. It's tiring, especially if you have kids with these people, y'all. Especially if you have kids with these people. Like I'm just telling you straight up, like. If they act like this when they are your boyfriend or your girlfriend, they're going to act like this when they're your husband or your wife. They're not going to change. And I tell you, I did a live last night with one of my friends from high school, and she said her grandma told her, her therapist grandma gave her some good information. She said that when you marry somebody, you have to be willing to accept them for who they are right now before you marry them. If you are okay with them right now with no change, then marry that person. If not, don't marry that person. It's as simple as that. I know everybody want to get married and have the fairy tale romance and the long deal. I know what you want to do. I get it. Trust me. But you put in your mind, your mental health and your physical health at rest by getting married. You go into an unhappy marriage when you're unhappy on your wedding day. Yeah. Figure that out. It's not a fairy tale wedding right there. It's not like that's not like the beginning of Frozen or the end of Frozen right there or something like that. Anyways, y'all, I hope this video helped you out. I really truly appreciate y'all. Mental illness is out. Peace.